Hello friends, how is everybody today? I hope you're all having a great day. Today I want to share with you a unique experience that I had recently. I don't know if you've ever done this, if you've ever thought about doing this, and if you will think of doing this after I share with you my little story. My name is Lorraine, my channel is Lo's Life and Lessons, and as you can see, the topics are many and varied on this channel. Recently, I took a break from screens. That is, I did not allow myself to use my cell phone, my laptop. I did not allow myself to use Netflix or Disney or Amazon Prime. I did allow myself to watch TV, but only the programs that were on the guide and also programs that I had pre-recorded. I did not allow myself to go on the shopping channel to purchase anything. So of course I was not checking my Facebook, my messengers, my Instagram, and my YouTube comments, number of views. I did without that for 34 hours. Now, I knew I could do this. It wasn't a matter of, oh, can I do this? Of course I knew I could do it. I didn't know how I would feel about it because I'm of a generation who spent most of my life without screens. The only screen that has been a big part of my life, beginning in the 1950s, of course, was television. I did use a computer at work starting in the 80s. Other than that, I didn't even have an Android cell phone until 2017. The 10 years previous to that, I did have a flip phone, which I used very occasionally for a phone call. I never used it to take pictures or to do texting or any other function on that old flip phone. So I'm quite a newbie in this screen world. I did start using a laptop around 2009, I guess. I had a laptop at home. And as I say, I did use computers at work. So unlike the younger generation, and most of you younger people, of course, have had screens in your life, all of your life, if not most of your life. So I didn't know how I was going to feel about this. So first of all, what was I going to do that day? Now, if I think of a grocery item, I usually go to my cell phone to my Notes app, which has a grocery list on it. That's where I keep my grocery list in my phone. Now, in the old days, we just wrote them down on a little piece of paper. So I was not allowed to use my cell phone. Therefore, if I thought of a grocery item, I had to write it down. So what did I do that day? Well, I phoned a friend. I did some laundry. I did some reading, and I love to read, but I seldom read during the day, but I found myself doing some reading, and I did watch some TV. Now, I have to admit, during the day, I did find myself wondering. For example, if somebody had asked me a question on email or messenger or text, and I wasn't answering it within the first 18 to 24 hours, what were they going to think? Were they going to worry about me? Were they going to think that I just didn't care? Were they going to think that I couldn't be bothered? Because my pattern is to see to these questions and answer them pretty quickly because I am on my laptop or phone a good part of every day. Keep in mind that this break was 34 hours long, so it was a whole day and a night until the next morning, which totaled 34 hours. So I did find myself missing my cell phone. I definitely missed checking YouTube to see how many views my latest video had, to check for comments, to check Instagram to see how many views, how many more followers I had. Yes, those things took up room in my brain, I have to admit that. When I went to bed that day, I really couldn't wait to get up the next morning, and indeed I did bounce right out of bed to go to my laptop and my phone to check all the action that I had missed in the last 34 hours. So it was a really interesting experience. Have you ever done that purposely or otherwise? I mean, we can do it. It's not impossible to do that for 1, 2, maybe even 3 days, but it's how we feel about it. And I was quite surprised at how I felt about it. You know, when you think 200 years ago, there was no radio, there was no electricity, there was no cars. So things were pretty quiet and our connections were more to do with nature. You know, if you went outside, you didn't hear cars rumbling along. You would hear the birds singing and you might hear a horse and buggy coming by, but you would hear the wind whistling in the trees. So it's such a different world today. Our connections are so much linked with these devices, and not just one device, a variety of types of devices. Let me know if you've done such a similar thing and how you felt about it. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you supporting my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I love you all, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye for now.